Bonjour friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another what's new in my wardrobe video where we will be talking about what I have added to my wardrobe over the past 4 weeks. If you're a regular, of course, you know that I struggle with my summer wardrobe. It's always the reoccurring theme in my summer videos, but I feel like at some point I have to stop saying that because I feel like right now I'm at the height of really getting it for my summer wardrobe. The main reason is definitely I found some outfit formulas that really works for me, and now that I have sort of like a proof of concept and know what I really want to wear, it's been easier to buy things, or I've been really excited to buy things. So I'm excited to get into that with you. There is one mistake purchase, we'll get into that as well. And I'll be honest, there is basically just fast fashion in this list. Talked about it a little bit in another video where feeling like I've been a little bit busy adding things to my summer wardrobe and just needing things here and now. It's definitely the fast fashion, the high street stores that have been most accessible. I picked up a bunch of basics. The first thing I picked up from H&M is actually 4 different linen shirts. The yellow one you've already seen, a white one, black one, and beige. They're all the same style, and I will say that I think that buying the yellow one was not the smartest choice. I already talked about this in a previous video, but basically what it comes down to is that I don't think that there are many days where I will reach for a yellow button up over some of the other colors that I have. But what's done is done, so that is going to be part of my summer wardrobe for now. What I really love about these linen shirts is that the linen is quite thin and it's quite soft almost in a way because it is so thin. So there really is a minimum of creasing. I do have a few other linen shirts, and one of the ones that I have is from Everlane, and that one is just in such perfect quality, but it's also very thick, like the fabric is very thick, which in some ways is very lush or luxurious, but it really goes for a much like stiffer look, and the shirt tend to crease a lot more. So these very thin ones doesn't do that. It definitely comes more down to what you prefer, but I have really enjoyed these light ones, and then I will use them interchangeably with bottoms that I have for now, and 2 of which I'm also going to talk about. And 2 of those are the next things on my list, 2 things that I've added. Both are pairs of white shorts. One of them is a linen pair cut with cotton. I use them a lot as undershorts for my new shirt dress. They're also really appropriate like that. They're just very light and flowy, and they work really well together with the linen shirts as well. And then I also added another pair of white shorts. These are high-waisted mom shorts, also from H&M. They are the exact same pair as the blue ones that I have, and I was just really pleased with them, wanted to wear them all the time, and I've really grown fond of shorts now. I talked about the reasons for this a little bit of another video, so I won't go into it now that we're talking about what's new, but shorts has joined my list of proof of concept, so that is really nice. And because of that, I also got the white shorts, the same one. I did size down in these because I wanted something a little bit tighter. The other ones are very loose. When I say size down, I actually just got my regular size because I sized up in the other ones. And this is another thing, of course, where I can use the button ups or whatever else I have, but the button ups especially interchangeably, and that is what I'm doing. So I'll wear like either a pair of the shorts that I've added or my A-line linen skirt from and other stories, and then wear them with one of the linen shirts. And it makes for a lot of outfits that all fall under the same like outfit formulas or the same proof of concept. So that has worked so well for me. And then the next thing I added is a pair of birkenstocks. These are the Cognac colored ones with a gold buckle. They're making these in, I think, 4 styles, and I actually wanted to get one of the other pairs, but had a really difficult time finding them in my size, both online and also in the city. So I ended up finding them just here in like a random mall, and then they only had the crisscross versions in my size. So I came to terms with that, snatched them right up, and now I'm actually really pleased with the crisscross style. I think it looks great. But since buying these, I have been wearing them practically every single day. I don't have to tell you guys that Birkenstocks are comfortable. They are so comfortable, and in my opinion, they are so pretty for a pair of Birkenstocks. Birkenstocks obviously are a very casual look, but I think that this is as polished as it gets, and I absolutely love them. I also love pairing them with literally everything in my summer wardrobe, basically because up until this point I've only really had black shoes for summer. So I've been looking for something tan, cognac, camel to join my wardrobe, summer shoes and bags wise. So I love wearing this with everything in my summer wardrobe, and then it just makes for such a soft look compared to the black shoes I've been using up until now. And then I will pair it with the other tan accessories from my wardrobe. Then another thing I added, I just got to mention this, it is my white shirt dress. This is also from H&M. I actually just fell over this in the store. It has one of those tags that are handwritten, which basically means that someone ordered the dress online and then they returned it in store, and then they're putting it on the hangers. And so I found that one, and it was handwritten like $29, and tried it on the store. And actually at the time I tried it on with a belt and I was like, this might work. I might actually wear this. I think I'll give it a go. And then I took it home, and then actually when I went to pay for it, it had been reduced to $12, which is just so wild. I'm not even sure how they're doing that. And if I haven't reached 1 franc of cost per wear or $1 of cost per wear yet, then at least I will very soon, because I wear this shirt all the time. I wear it to go to the lake, I wear it to go to the city. It's so easy to throw on, it's very casual without a belt. But then another thing that I added, and usually I don't really talk about accessories like this, but maybe that's also because I don't really add belts, but I added a belt. It's also H&M, but it is real leather, and I added it in this tan color as well, also with a gold bucket. And then I will tie it around the shirt dress, and I think it is just such a chic, polished, easy look. And then again, with the tan or the cognac birkenstocks, it just looks so gorgeous, because before that I was trying to make like this outfit work with like my black birkenstocks or like other sandals, and it just was so off. So obviously having those accessories going together really works. The next thing that I added is an H&M crop top. This is also something that I just fell for in store. To me, as soon as I saw it, I just thought Reformation. To me, it looks exactly like a Reformation top. It's a linen cotton mix, which for summer I have just really enjoyed. I have a bunch of things now in this like linen cotton mix, and it creases less and it's just as flowy as was it just linen or cotton. I don't know, I really love that mix. So yes, this is one of those. It's a little bit more linen-y than it is cottony, and I just think it is so gorgeous. I absolutely love the sleeves. I love the way it looks in the front. The color looks so gorgeous on my complexion, of course. It's one of my main colors, and then I have a bunch of things that it really works with. I think for me, because it is a crop top, I don't like wearing it with mini things. I don't like wearing it with my shorts, and I don't like wearing it with like my mini skirts. So I have been wearing it with my pants up until now, the white pair and the black pair that I added also last time, or I think maybe a couple of times ago. But yeah, that has been a very cute look. But then for the most part, I actually prefer not wearing pants. I do prefer wearing skirts and dresses. So the next thing I added is a skirt. This is a 100% linen skirt from Oysho. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've had some things from Oysho throughout time. I'm pretty sure that it's part of the Sarah group, but the things that I've had have just hold up very well. This is a bit longer, and I'm very pleased with that. I have been talking about for a really long time wanting to add some wrap skirts, because that's a nice proof of concept for me. And then of course finding it 100% linen, and then finding it in this midi length, it's just perfect for my wardrobe. I have just added it, so I've only worn it once, so I can't really give more details than that. But yeah, very beautiful. And the linen is, again, it's quite soft, a little bit thin, so it doesn't really crease that much. It is pretty see-through. Like, I do have to wear my nude no seam underwear with it, but to me that doesn't bother me at all, as long as there's a solution that works. And then the next thing I bought is a hot pink blazer. It is from Sarah, but it is 100% viscose, both the outer shell and also the lining. And it's funny actually, because I did see this blazer about like a month or two ago, and I did really like it, and I was tempted to buy it, but because it's Sarah and I have really bad experiences with Sarah's blazers, I just couldn't get myself to buy it for like $130. It's just way too much. So I left figuring I don't need it right here and now. I'll find something in better quality at some other point. But then it did go on sale to less than half of what it was originally. I bought it for $59 and then it was just like a no questions asked. I just bought it. I have bought another couple of fast fashion blazers throughout this year. The pink one from H&M and the orange one from H&M. The pink one from H&M, which I have actually worn quite a lot. And that one even has a polyester lining. So I feel quite confident having bought this one. And I'm also just extremely happy that even though it's fast fashion, at the very least, it's viscose through and through. I'll be honest, at this point, there's not so much that I can wear it with, I feel, in the summer, or at least there's not so many things within my wardrobe that I like to pair it with. But what I love to pair it with is my intimacy silk top and then the skirt that matches. Both of these like oyster champagne colored pieces. Looks almost a little bit like a dress together, and then with the pink blazer over, and then again with the camel / tan accessories. I do absolutely love this look. I think it's really cute for summer. And then as cold descends, then I will have more outfits going into fall that I can use this blazer with. And then the last thing I added, this is just for like pure honesty because I feel a bit silly having done that. It was actually right before I finally found the Birkenstocks. I had definitely gotten into like a desperate place for adding tan shoes, and I had really been trying to add the Birkenstocks. I couldn't find any in my color, and in a moment of weakness, I bought a pair of slippers from Zara in a similar color, and I worn them twice, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, that's not true. Actually one of you guys reached out to me saying that you have had yours for a couple of years and that you're really pleased with them. I've also seen other people around the city wear the exact same ones. But for me, it is just such a thin sole, and it's just literally a plastic sole. And compared to the other shoes that I have and how comfortable I'm at this point used to being in my shoes also in summer, I really don't think I'm going to wear them a lot. It was just a total waste. So I feel like whenever I could wear these, I could wear my Birkenstocks instead, or I could wear my flattered mules in their stead. So it was just, yeah, again, really pointless. I think there is just one silver lining for having bought these shoes, and it is when like storms or monsoons, if that's what you call it, hits the city here in summer. Sometimes it will just like rain like crazy. It really doesn't happen a lot, but if you're out and about doing stuff and having to go home, you know, here in most of Europe, you don't really drive places when you live in a city. You're constantly walking and using public transportation. And then I really don't want to ruin another pair of my shoes, and I can definitely ruin both the mules and the Birkenstocks carrying them in weather like that. So that's the silver lining, having those for just in case scenarios like that when the weather is still hot, but I'm not proud of it. Considering the fact also, the flattered mules were $180 or $179, and then the Birkenstocks were $149, and the Zara slippers were $49. And I know it's only a third of the price of the Birkenstocks, but I still feel like that money could have gone a long way towards something else. So whenever I make a mistake purchase like that, it feels really silly. But like I said, I was really in a desperate place. I really had like a serious gap that I wanted to fill out. And actually there was going to be a storm that day, and it was crazy, and my feet got totally wet. We've talked about this before. That is sort of what happens when you're adding things for your wardrobe and you don't have like a clear vision of what to add, or you're basically in a place where what you really want is missing, and then you start adding less perfect versions of the things you're looking for as you're looking for the perfect version. And it can really be a waste, or it is a total waste of money, because when you do find a better version of what you bought, you're still going to want to add that better version. So then either having to talk yourself out of that and live with your less than perfect version, or do what I did and then buy both, and then having spent extra on something completely unnecessary. Sorry guys, Naja from the future popping in real quick, because I did forget to include something in this video, and I also forgot to include it in the last one, and then one of you guys reminded me on my Instagram, so thank you for that. But I did also a couple months back add another Burberry coat. I don't know if this is technically a trench coat, it's more like a spring coat, the way I see it. I did actually just stumble upon it totally randomly at like the eBay of Switzerland. It was like in my suggested because I had looked at Burberry things before, and it was like a 200 francs or $200, and I just couldn't really pass up the opportunity. I'll be honest, it's the exposed sleeves and the shape that got to me. I love my own trench coat, but ever since adding it, I have been sort of fantasizing about one, but with the sleeves exposed. And then when I fell upon this, I just added it immediately, or I made an offer and then I got it for the 200. After that, I had to take it to a tailor. I already knew that because it was kind of too big, but the tailor and I sort of didn't really understand each other the first time, and I ended up paying way more than I should have. So I ended up paying $240 for that. So at the end of the day, this coat has cost me $440, which is a lot more than I initially thought, but it is what it is. So far, I've worn it 12 times. That's actually quite a lot when you think about the fact that we're in the middle of summer. So right now the cost per wear is at $36. I'm really pleased with it. It's a lot more spring appropriate than the other one. I would say the other Burberry coat is for a lot more colder weather, or maybe like more a fall thing. Not exactly the same. The new one is lighter and colder in the color, but then the interior, or like the exposed part, is warm. I really do have something for Burberry, the brand. There's something about it that I just really appreciate, and I definitely think that the next thing I'm going to add in terms of jackets like this is some sort of black Burberry trench coat with the sleeves exposed, and then the sleeves being the cooled tone version of like the plaid or the pattern. So that is everything that I added to my wardrobe this month. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, here are another couple of videos from me that YouTube thinks you might like, and I will see you in the next one.